What's going on, guys? So what's been going on with my training? Well, it's like running into a brick wall. So this past weekend I moved into a new house. It was only a mile down the road. We decided to take a deload week because I ended up herniating a disc again. I think I herniated this disc prior to meet prep when I was doing really well. Everything was looking to go pretty well. I was actually looking to hit an all-time deadlift PR, or I was on track to. And then during my 3-rep max, about 4 weeks prior to the meet, pretty sure I slipped the disc. Herniated, not slipped. I've been dealing with that ever since. I made a few blog posts about working with Danny Cash, and she basically got me through the meet. And I'm sorry, Danny Cash Lamada? I totally butchered your last name. I apologize. So got through the meet, still dealing with issues. I wasn't feeling it in a lot of the hypertrophy phase. I felt too much like a power lifter. I wasn't getting good pumps. Started changing nutrition stuff. I started putting training secondary. A lot of things had to get done from a family standpoint, prepping for this move, getting finances aligned for this move, doing a lot of footwork and selling the old house to prep for the new house. Long story short, I'm back to training. Took a deload last week, felt great, did a lot of movement pattern stuff after being diagnosed with this herniated disc. So this video is basically going through how you can see me and my learned compensation patterns over the last years doing powerlifting. I am not externally rotating my right hip very well, and now you can see me overcompensating and sitting into my right. After this squat day, I felt everything in my left glute and hamstring. I have been feeling all of my squats way too much in my left glute and hamstring to the point where it's overstraining, and I am not feeling anything in my right. So I am struggling to feel anything in my right glute hamstring. That's why I'm sitting into it so hard. You will see on my deadlifts with my setup, my undergrip has caused me to kick my hip out to my right. I am now in the process of learning how to get a reverse grip and realign my hips in the proper position. This is the main reason that I've been having back issues, because once I grab that underhand, I never bring my hips back into a proper position. This is for conventional and sumo. I need to learn more, I need to better lock in my brace and learn to contract my right intercostals down better when I rotate over to grab my overhand grip, which is my right side. By doing so, that is going to allow me to get my hips back into neutral and then lock that position in. Whereas before, since my hip was kicked out to the right, I was leaning to my left and then contracting down hard on my left side, which is my undergrip side, then causing me to be disproportionate. And this is why on my deadlifts I was rotating so hard to the left, is because I was clamped down so hard on my left side, my hip was kicked out so hard to the right, so it was inadvertently going to shift me in that direction anyway. So relearning the deadlift and proper mechanics and positioning is going to be humbling and going to be a long process, because I've made a lot of progress over the last 6 years in deadlifting, and now I'm going back to square one, which is good for me. It's going to help me as a coach. So I'm going to be documenting this stuff. Next week, we hop into a pre-strength training phase, basically getting us ready to terrorize our body. I have not picked out a meet yet. I hopefully will be able to pick out a meet, and by the time I start working through a real conjugate strength phase to accumulate strength, I will be moving a lot better. We'll keep you guys updated.